the most expensive sports car in the world. Sports cars are at the top of the automotive hierarchy, challenging every other vehicle not just in speed but in build and make as well. These cars have been the most sought-after vehicles in the world, having the best designs and recording the highest prices on the market. So, in today's video, we've scoured archives and auctions to bring you the most expensive sports car in the world. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. You know how it goes. Be sure to like and subscribe to the channel, and be sure to leave a comment down below if you think this car is worth its exorbitant price. Without much delay, taking the crown as the most expensive car in the world is none other than the 1963 Ferrari 250 GTO, with a staggering price of $70 million. Sold at a private auction, this $70 million GTO was bought by David McNeil, founder and CEO of WeatherTech, a self-made billionaire and now the owner of the most expensive car in the world. Ferraris have always been at the top of any luxury car list, and with engine power in the mix, they've dominated racetracks for well over 50 years and counting. This 1963 250 GTO might have cuffed the highest price ever paid for any car, but back when it was originally launched, it was greatly undervalued and cost much less. A pet project of Enzo Ferrari himself, the 250 GTO was always intended to be a race car and was meant to be classified as street legal later on in the 60s. This particular model was produced at the height of Ferrari's competition with Ford and other prominent race car manufacturers at the time, and quickly became one of the top sports cars of its era. Not just a pretty face, this particular model of the 250 GTO won the 1964 Tour de France, cementing its place as a formidable race car. The 250 GTO was a limited edition race car, and throughout the 3 years it was produced, between 1962 and 1964, there were only 36 units made. All 36 units were made using different bodyworks, with the initial 33 cars called the Series 1, and the remaining 3 made in 1964 called the Series 2. While the 250 GTO has made record sales by catching a $70 million price tag, and is now the most valuable collector car in the world, it wasn't always so. When it was launched back in the 60s, it was merely another race car project by Ferrari, and surprisingly was sold for just $18,000 at the time. While this might seem like such a low price for such a valuable car, it was incredibly exclusive and nearly impossible to buy one unless the buyer was vetted and approved by Enzo Ferrari himself. This model has since become a valuable collector's item for car enthusiasts around the world. Over the years, the 250 GTO has increasingly fetched higher prices, now setting the world record. This particular model has been in prime condition even after taking part in several races, and has remained without even a dent in over 50 years of its existence. Other models of the 250 GTO have fetched equally high prices at other auctions all over the world. Back in August of 2018 at a Sotheby's auction, another 250 GTO, owned by Greg Wittens, sold for a final price of $48 million, holding the world record for the most expensive car in the world, until it was upstaged by the current GTO model. This Ferrari might look like an expensive beauty, but don't forget, it remains a championship race car and has all the specs of any race car in its era. This 250 GTO was built for speed and comes fully equipped with a V12 engine, one of the oldest V12 engines in the world. It boasts top speed of 158 miles per hour, which is still fast for a car that old. Being a relatively small car, Ferrari designed this car for speed, building it with a curb weight of just over 2,000 pounds. It is able to go from 0 to 60 miles per hour in just 6 seconds. A record that is impressive for a race car built over 50 years ago. But considering Enzo Ferrari himself had a hand in its design, it's not very surprising. As expected, the GTO comes with a petrol engine able to produce 296 horsepower and 216 pound-feet of torque. The car is built with Ferrari's signature rear-wheel drive, with a 5-speed manual transmission. Being a fully fledged race car, The 250 GTO has brake discs on both the front and rear wheels to give the car maximum braking power. The car's outer frame and aerodynamics were designed to give the GTO top speeds and impressive stability. The GTO's interior was designed with a minimalist approach, with attention paid more to its racing abilities. The dashboard of the car was built with no speedometer. The seats were upholstered with cloth fabrics, and no carpet or headliner was installed. Now sitting squarely at McNeil's garage, this $70 million 250 GTO probably won't see the light of day or city streets for a long time. That's all we have for you guys today. Be sure to check out some of our other videos, and we'll see you on the next one.